your buddies. How's it going?
Hey, everybody. We are delighted to bring you a special exclusive where we are going to be reviewing the classic film cinema, The Patriot. The American classic.
We have to call this series something. We need to think of a good name for this. We're going to ruin this for you. You ready?
You ruined it.
A historical series, Let's keep it hysterical.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about what they got right, what they got wrong, what they biffed, what we loved from Mel Gibson's classic, The Patriot. What's the year on this? 2000?
2000. And it's amazing how rah America it is, because we didn't even hit 9/11 yet, y'all.
No, this is riding off the high of the 90s.
Can you imagine the box office smash this movie would have been if it came out in 2001?
It is kind of incredible to think about what it represents. And also Mel Gibson's penchant for these kinds of movies with We Were Soldiers.
Yes.
And there he kind of tackles a couple different historical eras.
Let me tell you what, Tom Hanks gets a lot of credit for being like Mr. History, but Mel hit that first. He started that trend. Being
Mel
an actor turned director turned Nazi.
Mel rang that bell, and the bell of many a suburban housewife in the 1990s.
And then
the early aughts.
His bells were a little off.
His passion led to the Passion of the Christ, which led to all kinds of other problems.
He's had a weird past. But let's go back to a simpler time. Circa 2000, The Patriot hits the theaters it's a summer blockbuster, of course. Mm-hmm. Yes. I believe it is only slightly bested by, I think, The Perfect Storm, which is another great historical film. Heartbreakingly sad. Far more accurate than The Patriot. Yeah,
they're both like twin, like TNT faves.
Yes, big time. Yes, always
Lots
on.
of male energy.
So much so. The Patriot's like shit. Reruns of Law and Order or The Patriot, that's what's on.
Can we talk about how long this movie is for a second?
Hold on. Yes, we can. Because I told Luke, I said, you know what? I haven't watched this movie in its totality in years. Because I would always catch it like on AMC or whatever. And I said to my husband, I was like, listen, do you want to watch this with me? And we were going to say, it was like 9:00 at night, like last week. And I went to put it on. I said, holy shit, this is 3 hours.
3 hours long.
Said that was an acceptable length of time for that movie specifically.
Correct. And, in all fairness, it takes you temporally through the entire Revolutionary War. It starts around 1776.
No, it doesn't. It's later.
It's like what, 78, 80?
Yeah, it's 80.
Well, then it's 3 years, but still, I mean.
And we skip through like the last couple of years. It's like that they
time jump. They time jump to
yeah. It's like Cowshed happens in South Carolina, and then it's like the war's over.
Yeah, so I guess we should start with the subject, the hero of the story. The character of Benjamin Martin, played by Mel Gibson.
Absolutely. Benjamin Martin is, this seemingly wonderful, all-around fantastic dad. He's a widower. His wife has died. We are not told why or how long she has passed. But he does have a dark past. Something happened. He was part of something. Men buy him drinks in taverns, pat him on the back. By the way, I realized I can't sing the theme to The Patriot without accidentally singing the theme to The Godfather.
Bum, bum, bum. That makes so much sense. And the music is iconic. The movie is beautiful.
What's his name does the music?
John Williams.
Yeah. So of course the music's fantastic. I think it got nominated for an Oscar.
The music was fabulous.
Yeah. And, the truth is, though, Benjamin Martin is William Wallace. It's the same character.
Yes, it is.
The Patriot is Braveheart, too. It is.
It is American Braveheart.
It is American Braveheart. It just... Same thing, a man living his wonderful life with an oppressive English government breathing down his neck, but he's trying to stay out of it. He's got his family, that's his priority. And then those British motherfuckers come in and fuck with his family. Now he has to fuck with them.
Yes.
Same thing.
It's the same story, and there's a lot of those moments where he's riding on the horse with the American flag. There's so many Bravehearty moments in this movie, and we should say that I think what they were going for was the facsimile of Francis Marion, who was a guerrilla style fighter in the Revolution from South Carolina.
He had
that's
nickname,
their historical
Swamp Fox.
Swamp Fox, yes.
Swamp Fox, and he's based on him and like 5 other guys apparently, but he most resembles
him. And there's differences like Francis Marion wasn't married.
Yes.
He was a planter, yes, but not a family man.
He was a slave holder, and
big time.
Our magical man, Mr. Benjamin Martin, he doesn't own slaves. Oh, no. He hires Black people to work for him, like every good South Carolinian in the 18th century.
Tens of thousands of slaves came through South Carolina, came through Sullivan's Island.
More slaves in South Carolina than white people.
Yeah. And in this movie, they would have us believe that, well, this man, this patriot,
this actually, one guy,
though he's in South Carolina, the cradle of slavery, he is not a slaveholder. He has free men who work for him, and he is doing the back-breaking labor of plowing the field while the free man is like escorting the ox. Like, this is such bullshit.
Yeah, but Luke, if they hadn't done that, then how would we see Mel's chest hairs glistening in the sun? Use your brain, Christ.
I mean, this movie definitely inspired, and this is the sad part, is that for the reenactor world, this movie is like the best thing and the worst thing.
Oh, and that is actually the best way to describe The Patriot. I think it is it's an exciting movie. As an action movie,
it's a great movie.
It's excellent. So good. It's very entertaining. I'm not going to for a second say it's not an entertaining movie, because it absolutely is. It's mostly bad history with a little bit of good history peppered in. But I could totally see it inspiring people to
get into the hobby of living history. Absolutely.
The hobby of living history, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally watching like a battle happen, and the guys in the costumes and the extras, a lot of them are probably reenactors anyway. People get hired for these movies all the time.
Sure.
Because they come kitted out. They come with their costume. It already fits them perfectly, and they know how to use the gun. They can march. They can do all this stuff.
Yeah, so but we're hitting the ground running here by talking about what I think most people would agree is the most ridiculous and egregious, stupid thing in the movie, which is it refuses to actually address slavery in South Carolina in any way whatsoever. It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid.
And it's not for a lack of people of color in the film. There are a number of scenes involving people of color that are exaggerated, that are diminished. I mean, the people who are, at Ben Martin's estate, they're all these like, loving, people who haven't suffered a day in their lives. They have beautiful teeth, like
They love the children. The children
love
them.
They're the equal of the whites, whether it be the guy delivering the mail or whoever. And it's just, it completely sidesteps the horror and the inhumanity of chattel slavery. Completely trying to have us live with this reality of like, oh, it wasn't that bad, like you were saying.
And from the things that I've read about Francis Marion, he was, of course, a slave owner, and he apparently raped a lot of his female slaves. And during the war, he would target and execute freed slaves who were suspected of working with the British. So if this is the basis of Benjamin Martin, you have gone in a very different direction with this character. And listen, I get why. The goal of this movie is to tell the story that we as a country are most comfortable telling in terms
Sure.
of the American Revolution. It's about freedom for everybody. So yeah, we're going to ignore slavery because that's not what it's about right now. And we're going to make like little overtures in terms of the really racist white guy being like, why is there a black guy here? And then by the end of the movie, he's like, I like you, black guy. But that's as
Donald
much
Logue,
as we
the
get.
racist in the
Donald
militia.
Logue plays the one racist in the militia.
Oh,
Yeah,
that character is so cringe.
it's super cringe. But yeah, it's. I actually found a quote from Spike Lee, who said, "You're gonna love this." For 3 hours, the Patriot dodged around, skirted about, or completely ignored slavery. He wrote in a letter to the Hollywood Reporter. The Patriot is pure, blatant American Hollywood propaganda, a complete whitewashing of history.